I'm gonna be outside the courthouse.
One of Nolan Wall's homie, Bart, is absolutely panicking, bro. Bart, after the audio got released, now the audio
Why he
is what
panicking?
people believe implicates him in this Nolan Wall's murder. Again, folks believe this. And because of this, we've seen the result of that audio dropping where his name is mentioned. He has given the police 20 witnesses.
20 witnesses.
So why would you hold it on this information? But he gave them 20 witnesses.
That's a lot of people.
And they are also sending lawsuits and cease and desist out to anybody that mentions him in this Nolan Wall situation, which I don't think they can do that. You can't sue people for speculating about something. Again, you can sue them for saying you did something, but not speculation, right? So Bart is the name that was mentioned during the boat audio. So y'all remember when the boat audio was playing, it was like, yo, he's dead. Oh my God, Nolan. Oh my God, Nolan, no, Nolan, no. In that audio, after you hear damn it, Bart. Now, because that name was mentioned during the audio, damn it, Bart.
Yeah, that definitely was mentioned. I definitely remember hearing that. But my thing is, what, they starting to sue people because they saying that he killed him, or I don't remember too many people saying that he actually killed him, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't remember seeing that on my time.
Folks like, oh, okay. Why were they saying damn it, Bart? What was Bart doing to make him say damn it, Bart? What happened?
Yeah, facts.
And then during the interviews that
that's what I was wondering. But
they both mentioned Bart. So now Bart is this new character who believes he's being talked about unfairly.
And Wyatt, I remember hearing Wyatt's name too. But Bart was somebody we didn't hear before though. That's the only thing. People, his name wasn't really mentioned before, and then his name just randomly popped up. I think that was the weird part. If I'm not mistaken, I could be tripping, but I don't remember recall his name being mentioned before, and then that just came up.
That Bart has given up 20 witnesses, and then we'll get to the lawsuits that Bart intend on filing. And we'll talk about who exactly he intend on suing. So this is what TMZ said about Bart and the 20 witnesses.
Damn.
And earlier today.
Bart people have been theorizing online and even just flat out accusing him, saying that he was jealous of Nolan because of the girl that Nolan was with on the 4th of July, Katie McCormack, and they felt like Bart had a relationship with her. So Bart hired an attorney, and the attorney already came out and said, that's not true. He didn't have a relationship with Katie. The photo you think is Katie is not Katie. Done all that. But they're in particular now they're going after one OnlyFans model / influencer who has voiced her theory about Bart being involved. Her name is Kimberly, and she is the recipient of a cease and desist letter from Bart's attorney. I don't know if Kimberly is all that scared of this lawsuit based on after she got that cease and desist.
We'll get to Kimberly, right? We'll get to Kimberly, all right? Kimberly do not give a damn. Now, Kimberly, in terms of the short form, she's probably been like the leading short form creator in terms of this Nolan Wells situation. Kimberly drops like 5 to 10 videos a day on Nolan Wells. She gives 5 to 10 updates on Nolan Wells. Her work ethic is crazy, all right? So because of that, a bunch of her short form goes viral. And because of the virality now, people like Bart saying, hold on, bro, you saying my name, bro, I'm getting bad press. Bart is trying to go to the NFL. Bart don't want no drama on his name. Bart is trying to play the next college season without any hiccups. Can you imagine if this Nolan Walls investigation or this case, right? Can you imagine if this Nolan Walls investigation in this case is not wrapped up yet by the next collegiate season where Bart has to go and play for Wyoming, and then you have Bart coming out. And then as he walks in out, you hear nothing but boos. Boo, boo, boo. Yo, can you imagine if Bart plays at an HBCU? If this Nolan Walsh situation is not concluded and wrapped up yet, I think Bart is trying to get ahead of it and speed this up. Because when college college football season starts, and
Bro,
Bart
but what
plays,
is it?
let's just say,
I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, I mean, I feel like they all want to just get this shit over with. They all want the truth to come out to an extent, but at the same time, they've been hiding it. Somebody behind the truth. Somebody knows what's going on, and they ain't saying nothing. So, at the end of the day, if he don't know nothing, then I understand why he would want the shit to hurry up and like get over it and shit. Because if his name's getting dragged to the mud, then I definitely get that. But if he really did have something to do with it, because you never know. I don't know. I don't know what. All I know is that I know nothing. That's a fact. And until the investigation is over with and they give us all the evidence of what really happened, then that's what we can really say, okay, yeah, you didn't do nothing. But until then, people, you were a suspect and you was there. You was on that island just like everybody else. I don't know if you know what happened on the island, but shit, somebody knows something. Until we figure it out, everybody a suspect in my eyes.
a predominantly black university. So let's not say HBC. Let's just say he plays at a university that has, let's say, 50% of black folks enrolled are black. Can you imagine people, the boos, the things being thrown, the hostility towards Bart? Bart might not be able to get off the school bus.
Alright.
Which is why Bart wants to get ahead of this. Bart wants.
Alright,
Bart
bro.
is going wrong. Bart and Bart parents, welcome to the internet, bro.
Can't be dragging this shit.
The internet, bro. All right. Now, you guys are ex-NFL players or something of that sort. You guys are millionaires. Y'all are wealthy. The people you are trying to sue or take to court, they might not have anything. I'll be real with y'all, bro. Now, I don't know Kimber Ali finances. I'm sure she's doing pretty well. But Kimber Ali, when she be talking, yo, she is gangster. You can tell she's from a trap. She's from somewhere where you grew up tough.
What you mean by that?
Kimber Ali don't got $1 million for y'all to get, bruh. She's a hardworking woman, probably a 9-to-5er. She got the OF hustle going on too. She don't got $1 million for y'all to get. So you going after people who essentially you will get nothing from in return. And the lawsuit ain't gonna be over within, I don't know, 10 days. Right? 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 You don't got nothing to get. So you going after this woman all this does is give you bad PR. That's all it does.
Yeah.
All it does is give you bad PR. That's all it does, bro.
You want to sue me? Let me tell you how it's going to go. I am poor. I have nothing. I don't own anything. You can't put a lien on property. I have nothing. It's going to
start slinging around lies about them. This theory online that this kid was somehow concocted Nolan's death as revenge because he was secretly dating this other. Now we're just getting into like crazy conspiracy theories at this point. And I feel like that case has been filled with those.
Well, and Bart.
Yeah, because nobody ain't telling the truth. How you expect the truth? How you expect people to have a solid motherfucking theory on what's happening when the cops ain't saying shit? The cops came out said there was no foul play. Then next thing you know, they can't rule out foul play later on. But nigga, at the beginning they said there was no foul play. What you mean by that? Y'all ain't even look at nothing. Y'all ain't even do no investigate. Y'all just found, I barely even found the body. Well, y'all said no foul play. I digress. I'm just saying. Then, man, it's TMZ.